right, Shalom Akim. This is the brother Zakaria.
Brother Rapala.
Yeah, we're the brothers from Seek the Way camp in Modesto, California. And we're coming back at you brothers with a lesson. All right, as you can see on the screen, it's Martin Luther King. All right, because today is January 20th, Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Okay, and we just want to touch on this demon. All right. So before we get started with the lesson, as always, we want to give all praises and the honor and the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah Kodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders that rule well a great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akim that are preaching this word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, yeah, so like I said, we want to do this lesson on, Martin Luther King Jr. So this is just a little bit about the character in case you don't know of him, which a lot of people do, but there might be some people that don't, or we don't know if this newer generation of people coming up are even taught about this in school anymore, like we were, indoctrinated by this devil. But so it says Martin Luther King was an American Christian minister and activist who became the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. So he was about the civil rights movement for the Southern Kingdom of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. All right, that's the Southern Kingdom of the nation of Israel, while the Northern Kingdom is the so-called Latino and Native American tribes. But this man, Martin Luther King Jr., was about, he was a civil rights activist for, the Southern Kingdom. But of course, he was a sellout. He sold out to Esau. Like, you got a lot of people of our nation that start out, as being positive or being starting a movement for our people, but they get infiltrated by Esau, man. So this man, he was a sellout. I've heard many accounts of him doing homosexual acts, okay, so that he can be promoted. His status could be promoted in society, So this man has a famous speech, okay, which I'm trying to look for. Let's see. Yeah, it says right here, how did Martin Luther King Jr. change the world? It says, a vision that changed the world. It's because of Martin Luther King and the efforts of his supporters that America came to understand the power of nonviolent protests. The Voting Rights Act protects African Americans' right to vote. He also played a major part in the passage of the Fair Housing Act of 1968. So he was about, he was pretty much teaching Jake to be obedient unto their oppressor, man, to speak out and want to live in harmony with this guy, which this guy is Esau, the so-called white man, okay, which is the devil. He has never been for your good. As a matter of fact, can you get Obadiah? And I believe start at the 9th verse. Let's see what it says right there.
There's Obadiah 1:9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
And the scripture says that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. So that's where Martin Luther King went off, because he was teaching Jake to be nonviolent towards the oppressors, which we don't promote violence. We don't. But the truth of the matter is, in order for there to be peace, there has to be violence. Okay, in order for your oppressor to stop oppressing you, there has to be some kind of revolt. Because if you just staying on your feet, staying on your knees the whole time, He's not going to get off you, man. You're just laying down all the whole time. Your oppressor is not going to agree with you, man. You know, they have a famous speech among Issachar, amongst Pancho Villa. He said, I would rather stand on my feet than walk on my knees or something like that.
I rather live on my or die on my feet than live on my knees. It's Emilio Zapata. That's the spirit. Because I was thinking that.
Yeah,
bro. That's heavy.
Yeah, you know, and that was the right spirit. You know, and that's how you know that Martin Luther King sold out, because during those times, okay, you had the Black Panther movement coming about. You had Jake with the revolutionary mind. Now, of course, the Black Panther Party didn't come out, but that sparked the idea, because our people are being oppressed by Esau, which is a so-called white man. And no matter how much you try to get along with this guy, you know, through the centuries of our people that were ignorant, trying to get along with this guy, trying to be at peace with him, it brought nothing. It brought nothing positive towards us, man. Okay, you people have to realize that there is not going to be no peace with this devil. Okay, the scriptures say that the spirit that is in him is not upright. He doesn't understand what he understands, but he doesn't have any emotion for your emotion. Okay, his thoughts are not for you. Okay, so I'm going to read this real quick. It says, what did the I have a speech dream accomplish? Or what did the I have a dream speech accomplish, Lakia? It says, I have a dream is a public speech that was delivered by American civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom on August 28, 1963. And you still don't got good jobs for our people. You still don't have freedom for our people. So all this availed nothing, man. All it was used for was to pacify our people. Okay? It says, in which he called for civil and economic rights and an end to racism in the United States. Is there an end to racism, Mark?
No.
Hell no. You still got so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans getting slaughtered by these Edomites, man. Okay, there was something not too long ago, last year, 2019, which wasn't too long ago, a couple months back. You had this Edomite woman, a so-called white woman, out in the Midwest or in the East. She ran over a so-called Mexican, an Issacharite, an Israelite, ran him over, and when they were prosecuting her, they said, "Why'd you do it?" And they said, because that was a Mexican, that was an illegal immigrant. Okay, and that's how they feel about us, man. They feel like we're still in all the jobs. We're still in all the jobs, but then again, we're lazy. How, you know, it's a contradiction. We're bad for society. We're just drug addicts. But here it is. We're the ones working all these jobs, man. Hard labor jobs, keeping this empire, this kingdom running, man. But go ahead, Oxlakia.
Yeah, because you said, you know, here it is, Issachar, and we're in Cali. So Issachar, he's the one that picks all the food, picks all the fruit. The majority of the food that comes to the United States comes from out of California. So you know they're calling Issachar illegal, but taking all the jobs. Esau's not going to do all these jobs that Issachar does. It's back straining, very laborious work. You know, Esau ain't about that life. You know, so they need us to keep this place running.
God, yeah, that's true. You know, Esau isn't about to go and do these jobs in the summer heat. They'll die out there, man. They'll drop dead.
That's spirit. Yeah. I did a grape, because I did the grape harvest a couple seasons, and one time there was an Edomite that went And Issachar was placing bets like how long it's gonna take for this guy to quit. That day he passed out doing the work, like working there. They had to call an ambulance. Ambulance came. Like he didn't last one day.
See, that's the spirit. You know, they're not built for that.
No.
That's why when you read in Genesis the 25th chapter, it says, "And the one people shall be stronger than the other," talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're God's chosen people. Okay, and we're a very peaceful people. Okay, that's why you had you have our people that want to get along with everybody. They want to be at peaceable with everybody. Our people are not looking for violence, man. Go ahead, Art.
There's Psalm 37:14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation.
Yeah, and that's the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? Esau, the so-called white man, he is looking for nothing more than to kill our people, man. Here it is, we're the poor and the needy. You see our people at these welfare places asking for help from Esau, and they'll give them poison, man. Or you got the women of our nation, they'll go and they'll bring their children to the hospital. But Esau be doing wicked shit to these children. He'll be a pedophile to them. He'll inject them with all types of viruses. You know, or you got Issachar trying to come to the border to get a job so they can they can send money back to their family so they can eat and have food. And what's going on out there? They're getting smoked by Esau. You know, all types of wickedness that this man is doing to our people. We can never be at peace with them. And you know what? The Lord, the Heavenly Father, He hates Esau. Bob Kashak, can you get Malachi 4:1? Okay. Yeah, the Most High, He hates Esau. Okay, the God of the Israelites, the God of the universe. He hates the so-called white man. Okay, go ahead, Art.
There's Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
The day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Go ahead.
And all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
And that's Esau, the so-called white man. He is the proud, and he doeth wickedly. He boasts himself against the children of the Most High. He wants to exterminate the children of the Most High. He does this and he flexes his might as if the Most High doesn't see him. And he's proud because he knows that there is a God. He's proud and he knows that the God of the Israelites is watching him. So by him doing all this wickedness, it shows that he's very proud. And that was the wrong scripture, but get Malachi 1. But that was in the spirit.
Start the top?
Yeah, Baba Shah.
There's Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to Yasharallah by Malachi, I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Yep. Hey, the Lord said he loves the children of Israel. And our people feel like the Lord doesn't love them because we're on timeout right now. Okay, we're going through all these things because we have transgressed Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, as a nation, as a whole. So therefore, our people, because we're so jacked up, we got all these curses. Our people believe that the Most High doesn't love them. Okay, they're wondering about the Most High because they are ignorant. They don't read these scriptures for themselves. They just go to church and let the pastor, which sold out to Esau too, by the way, feed them all this bullcrap, which is lies, and they're not being told the truth. That Esau is the devil, so-called white man. He plans to exterminate us. He doesn't want peace with us. He hates us because the Most High hates him. You know, go ahead.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, yet I loved Jacob and I hated Esau.
Yeah, so there it is. The Lord said he loves Jacob and he hates Esau. Jacob is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Seminole Indians. Esau is a so-called white man. Esau is the devil. Okay? He doesn't want nothing to do with our people, man, other than keep us in slavery and exterminate us when he finds alternative slaves, which is going on now. He's building robots. He got these other nations. Okay, so he's working on a way to where he doesn't need us anymore. You got some? Go ahead.
There's Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So yeah, there it is. Two times in the scriptures he mentions he loves Jacob more than Esau. But
yeah, because Malachi is in the Old Testament and Romans is in the New. It said it there in Romans 9:13 that he loves Jacob and he hates Esau again. Okay, he said it 2 times. All right, so that you can understand. The Lord doesn't change. And that proves that the Lord doesn't change. He hated Esau then. He hates Esau now. Okay? And the Lord, he raised Esau up so that he can show his power against Esau. Keep going, Ak, with that. Romans 9. Romans 9, can you just continue on with it? 13.
Yeah, Salak, because I just pulled it up on the Google.
Yeah, the Lord, he doesn't change, man. You know, just right now, you got this so-called Martin Luther King holiday. But what just walked past us right now doing this lesson is a Judite all bugged out. A Judite that's still suffering, man. There's another one right there. You know what I mean? And we see this Jake a lot. He's hella cool. But you know, he's catching pure hell. Because this devil. Go ahead, bro.
So this Romans 9:14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Yahweh forbid.
Yeah, so is there unrighteousness with the Most High because he hates Esau? Nah, man. The Most High, he's perfect. He's perfect, and he's right for the way he feels against Esau, man. You know? Esau is the devil, man. Okay, just look at everything he's doing in the earth. Now, let's just put aside for a moment. Put aside for a moment. What's up, brother? What's up?
What's up, man?
No, I'm good. Thank you, brother. Hey, so, you know, Jake walked by, Jake that we knew. Jake that we seen before. And so what I was saying was, read that again, Bubba Kasha.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Yahweh forbid.
Yeah, so the Most High is not unrighteous for him hating Esau. Okay, now I was going to say, put to the side for a second so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Martin Luther King Day. Put that to the side for a second. Other than what he's done to us, what has he done to these other nations? He's dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killed over a million so-called so-called Japanese, which are Ammonites. Okay, what he's done to the Moabites in the Korean War in the 50s. He went down there into Korea and divided a country. So now you got North and South Korea. Those are the same people, you know? Or what he did to the Hamites in Africa. Okay, or what he did to his own people during World War I and World War II. Okay, so if this man is willing to kill his own to fill his own belly, his own greed, what would he do to the world? He's chopping down all these rainforests. He's fracking the blood of the earth, which is oil. He's totally destroying everything. So even just outside of what he's done to us, which is highly important, just his existence itself is wicked. And what Martin Luther King was trying to accomplish because he sold out was highly fucking demonic. Highly demonic. Okay? Now I'm going to look something up for a second. So Salaki, while I pause it. So this is the end of the speech of Martin Luther King. It says, and when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and from every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. And that was bugged out, because not everybody is God's children. God's children is the children of Israel, which is 12 tribes. Okay, every other nation on the earth, they have their own deities, which are nothing more than mere imagination, wood and stone. When you go into this book of 2nd Esdras, it tells you that to the Lord, all these nations are nothing. They're nothing to the Lord. The Lord created these other nations to be nothing more than slaves, servants for the children of Israel, just like we're servants for the Most High. He said, you're going to be a nation of kings and priests. So this man, he's totally bugged out. All right. Baba Kasha, if you're not looking for something, can you get that in Ecclesiasticus 34? Baba Kasha. 34 and start at 1. Because that whole I have a dream speech is just bugged out. Whether he really had a dream of that or whether he was just told to say that. But people actually believe that he did have a dream of that. But go ahead, bro.
This Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, 34 and 1. The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools.
And dreams lift up fools. So this man was a super fool. You people that believe in what he's saying is true, you're fools. Here it is, we're living in 2020. And this happened roughly 50 years ago. His whole I have a dream speech. Well, when is that ever going to happen? It's never going to happen. Here it is, you still got so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans getting killed by these devils. What was it, a couple years ago, you had the Ferguson riots? Okay, because they were out there killing Jakes. Okay, they're still out there in the South hanging Jakes, bro. There's been a couple events that happened a year back, a couple years back. But they're still hanging Jakes out there, man. Okay? You're still getting called the N-word. Still getting called Spics. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow, and followeth after the wind. The vision of dreams is a resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of a face to a face. Of an unclean thing what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain. And the heart fancieth as a woman's heart in travail.
Yeah. So it says those things are vain. Okay. Meaning they don't bring nothing good. Okay. And they're wicked. Okay. Brothers always talk about how they have dreams. They're super fucking wicked. You might have a dream where you're doing something totally off and wake up bugging out. Because it's happened to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I just do that? Nah, man, nah. You know what I mean? Because they're not true. You know, and they're highly wicked. You know? I got this scripture right here. Let me get it, Bro Shaw. This is Psalms, Proverbs 11 and 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So, of our people that are ignorant and still want to get along with Esau, the so-called white man, okay, They are not going to, Esau's not going to go unpunished. You can't save this guy. He's still going to be destroyed. He's still going to slavery for what he's done to us. It doesn't matter what you think, because you're not in your right state of mind. You get Revelation 2 and 24. Proverbs 11 and 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And that is talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. You got that?
There's Revelations 2 and 24. But unto you I say, and unto the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine, and which have not known the depths of Satan, as they speak, I will put upon you none other burden, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
Yeah, hold fast to this truth. You got to hold on tight to this truth, because this is the truth. Okay, these other people, they believe in a lie, you know? And what does it say after that?
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
The Lord said, those of you that endure all the hell that's about to come on the earth through Esau, the so-called white man, if you endure through all that and you're saved, you're going to rule on the planet Earth. Okay? I'll read that again.
There's Revelations 2 and 25. But that which ye have but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
Yep. So there it is. It says he that endureth unto the end, Lord is going to give them power over the nations, meaning you're going to control them. They're going to be your subjects, your slaves. It says we're going to rule them with a rod of iron, meaning we're going to rule them with brute force. Iron is strong, it's tough. You hit iron against copper, it'll break it. You hit iron against bone, it'll break it. You know? So, in other words, we're going to rule with brute power, man. You know, we're not going to be wicked. We're going to be righteous. Okay, the only ones that are not going to be promised any mercy is Esau. And that's spoken of in the book of Hebrews. You got something, Doc?
No, I'm looking for something.
What are you looking for?
Where it says they shall have a two-edged sword.
Oh, that's Psalm 149. Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen. That goes right along what we just brought out. Okay, Psalms 149. It's very short.
Where do I start? 4?
Yeah, good.
So this is Psalm 149 and 4. For the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen. And the head of the heathen is these so-called white people. Go ahead.
And punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
So to bind their kings with chains and nobles with fetters of iron. What are we going to do with them when we put them in those things? We're going to take them to a plantation and have them work rigorously. If they don't work, they're going to get disciplined. It says to bring punishments upon the people. If they don't listen, they're going to get punished. And if they still don't want to listen, we're going to put them to death, and then we're going to reanimate them right where they stand and tell them, you want to feel that again? You know? Because we're going to have spiritual power not only to kill, but to heal. So as soon as they drop dead, we could resurrect them. That's how you know you other nations are going to be in complete fucking hell. All Esau could do to us is kill us, and then we're at rest. Like the scriptures say, fear not a man that could kill the body, but has nothing he could do after that. But rather fear him that can destroy your body and your soul. And we're going to be able to do that. We're going to be able to do that to you other nations. Okay? And you Edomites, you're going to experience that in the kingdom. We're going to destroy you. And then, when we bring you back, you're going to come back all jacked up with a destroyed spirit. And you're still going to have to go to work. Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all the saints. So have all his saints. Praise ye the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
There you have it, man. That's what it is. Okay, Martin Luther King, he's not more than a demon. Okay, and he was speaking lies, man. All right, this is Revelation 22, and I'm gonna start at 18, and we're gonna close it with this. It says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, the power shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book." And that's something that a lot of people do. These preachers, these pastors, they teach a prosperity doctrine, peace doctrine, such as Martin Luther King. He was a preacher. Okay, so if you're adding unto these words, meaning you're put something in these words, or trying to say that the words mean this and they don't, you're adding unto it. The Lord is going to add unto you the plagues. Okay, which is coming: famine, death, destruction. Verse 19, "And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh, the power, shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book." So that's pretty much it. It's plain and simple. All right, this man, Martin Luther King, was nothing more than a demon that Esau was using to pacify our people. Okay, because Esau is going to come against our people, and our people are going to fight back. That is the end. That's the conclusion of the matter. Get I think it's Isaiah 25. I'm gonna look it up, but you can read it. Isaiah 25 and 11. Let me see. Salakiakim 24. I'm gonna have to look for it. Let's see. This is Isaiah 25. I'm gonna look again before I go to.
What are you looking up? What are you looking for?
You shall he shall let's see, Slovakia. It's Isaiah 19 and 25. Oh wait, no. Man. Oh, it's Ezekiel. God, Ezekiel 25 and 12. And for sure we'll close it with that. Yeah.
There's Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended.
Which Judah is the so-called Negroes, man. Go ahead.
And revenged himself upon them. Okay. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power.
Good. So there's not going to be no peace between the so-called white man and the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And all that peace that they're trying to bring about is just paid opposition, man. It's just paid it's a paid psyop, which isn't going to last. Because what's contained in the scriptures is prophecy. And the Lord said, because of the vengeance that Esau took upon Jake, that he's going to take vengeance upon Esau, but he's going to use our people, he's going to use his people to do it. Something's going to happen real soon where there's going to be a race war. So all this Martin Luther King bullshit that's been going on for quite some time, okay, is not going to work. Because soon, Jake is going to get tired of it. Jake's going to snap. And then you're going to see so-called white people getting hunted, bro. Hunted in the streets of America. Hunted throughout the earth. Because so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are getting tired of it. If you see what happened, there was this Russian Edomite in Mexico not too long ago. And he was out there fucking harassing Issachar. Talking all kinds of shit against Issachar. I think he even was like hitting their women. He was beating up their children out there. To the point the whole city came out and killed his ass. You had a whole city of Issacharites. They were surrounding this devil to the point he locked himself in his house. They damn near burned his house down to get him out to kill him, man. Okay? Showing you that pretty soon all you Edomites are going to get hunted, man. And nobody's going to be looking to help you. The scriptures say you're going to be as a chaste roe that no man taketh up.
I got that.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
right,
there's Isaiah 13 and 14. And he shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people.
Yeah, every man shall turn to his own people. So you're going to start to see so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come together. It says they're going to turn to their own people. We're the same people. The only differences we have is skin color, hairstyles, religion, and choices of food. That's all. Other than that, we got the same spirit, we same music we listen to. But we're just separated by little bits of culture, that's all. And skin color. Which is a curse. But that's all coming to an end. Go ahead.
And flee every one into his own land.
Yeah. Is there more?
I just got it.
Let's get it out of mind. It's Isaiah 13 and 14. Okay. It says, verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them, joined unto who? Esau, shall fall by the sword. So if you're looking to help this devil, the Lord's going to kill you too. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, there's not going to be peace between the so-called white man and the Israelites, or the Edomites out of Wamyam and Yasharallah. There's never going to be peace. And scriptures say that Esau's going to get destroyed by Jake. You know, so Salakia for saying this was going to be a short lesson. You know, and Salakia for saying that was the last scripture, but that was definitely the last one.
Spirit's heavy, right?
Yeah. So, you got any closing words? Nah. So with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Harakak. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the Ruella Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.